If you're an artist and you don't know what to post, this video is for you. I'm Corey from Wavechange. We help artists create music videos and content, and today I'm here to explain to you how to make content easily. Stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to give you a content strategy that'll work even if you're busy. After years of being on set with artists, working with artists, creating content and music videos, the number one thing artists always say to me is they complain about content. They don't want to do content, they don't know how to do content, they don't know what to post, they don't have time to post, they don't have time to create content. I get it, trust me. I get the struggle of having to nowadays not just be an artist, but you also have to be a content creator. Nowadays as artists, it feels like you gotta more be a content creator than you do have to be an artist. But the truth is, in today's day and age, content is how artists are building fan bases. Content is becoming one of the most, if not the most important piece to building a fan base. Even if you create the most amazing music, the most perfect song, whatever that might be, if you're not pushing it in front of people to see it and hear it, chances are they aren't gonna hear it. If you have all these reasons why you can't make content or you don't post content or you have all these excuses in the world, and they might be valid excuses, amazing. Congratulations, you're excluded from making content. You just will not see the benefit of making content, and you can continue to be upset by watching other people who are making content. The same way, if you want a nice body, you gotta put the time into the gym. You can give all these excuses why you can't make it to the gym, but you will continue to have the same body, versus the person who doesn't make the excuses and just does the work, has the body. So chances are it's not necessarily your music isn't good, the right people aren't hearing it. They might have heard it, but because of the slew of stuff they're seeing and hearing on a daily basis, it might not be connecting. That's why you need to be constantly posting content to get into their brain. And I know when I say constantly posting content, it becomes overwhelming. As an artist, you think that means I gotta constantly be shooting content and posting content nonstop. I don't have time for that. But that's what this video is here for. It's to help break it down and making content and posting content as simple as I can. So I'm going to try to make this as simple as I can. Let's start with types of content you can make, because to eliminate the I don't know what to make, if you start creating these kind of pillars in your brain of types of content, it becomes easier to then execute content on the fly or if you're batch filming. So here are 4 types of content you can make. Performance content. This is when you set up a camera vertical or your phone and you just run the song on a speaker and you perform your song right to the camera and you sync the song behind it. Behind the scenes content. Pretty much what it says. It's you in the studio, you at rehearsal, you recording your song, you rehearsing your song, just getting a clip while you're creating the song. You're already spending the time in the studio to make the song. Why not just set your phone up and get a minute or 30 seconds of you creating the song? Day in the life clips. Again, you're already living your life, so capture that. A lot of people feel this hesitation to show the back end of who they are outside of an artist because they feel like there's some sort of image they have to uphold. I have to be Drake. I can't show that I work at XYZ job, or I can't show that I'm going to the grocery store. If you're doing those things, why are you holding yourself back from content you could create that is also relatable to the people who are listening to your music by feeling like I have to portray some image? If you're not that, you're just hurting yourself by being I can't post this stuff because I gotta show I'm a certain thing. If that's causing you not to post, then you're better off posting the day in the life stuff. Finally, shout outs and Q&As. Post on your story, say, hey, ask me a couple questions. And a little extra tip to this one, if you have let's say you have 500 followers and they're all your friends, you have nobody who's gonna respond, a fan to respond to your Q&A, fake it till you make it. Post that story and then text 4 of your friends, say, hey, respond to this Q&A, and you could give them the questions to ask you. You could either just say, hey, shoot me a question in my Q&A, or literally shoot them a text, be like, hey, in that Q&A, post this question. And then you can respond to these questions and post that as content. So now I have these videos on my phone. What do I do with them? The simplest thing is post them, but how do you go about posting them? Here are some tips I can give towards posting and optimizing your posting, because again, I do see some people do post and they don't get the interactions, and there's slight stuff just little things they could tweak to make those posts better and more engaging. So here are some quick, just rapid fire tips as far as when you go to post these clips. Keep them short. They're called shorts for a reason. When people are scrolling, they scroll, they're quick consuming, they're scrolling by. When you post something on Instagram, let's say you post a minute-long video. Somebody might love that whole minute, but 30 seconds in, they get bored and swipe. All Instagram, all Shorts, all these platforms see is a percentage of watch time. That's one of the key metrics, percentage of watch time. So they might have loved the video, they might have commented and liked on the video, but they only watched 30% or 50%. That's telling Instagram, well, this thing didn't get people fully engaged because they didn't stay fully. Instagram wants people to stay on the platform. YouTube wants people to stay on the platform. So they want high watch percentage time. So how do you trick that metric? You keep the video short. You keep it 10 to 30 seconds max. So if they loved the video, they watch it back. Now you're getting more than 100% watch time. Even now, when I post on Wavechange, I keep the post to 15, 30 seconds max. Even videos of people I love, the people I'm fans of, chances are I'm not watching a whole minute thing on an Instagram reel or 2-minute long video. I could love it. I could get a minute in and be like, I got all the information I need, scroll. 50% watch time. Let's break it down to the different types of content with this strategy. The performance videos. Record yourself doing the whole song, sync the whole song. You got that 3-minute song. That 3-minute song should be broken up into multiple 10 to 15 second posts. Pick 2 or 3 bars or the hook of the song and just post that. Don't post the whole thing. Next tip for posting is your hook. That first 1 to 2 seconds is key. How many times have you seen something? You gauge, the second you look at it, you gauge if you're gonna be locked in or not, and then you scroll. That first second, that first frame is key. So if you're doing a performance thing, don't start with the 15 seconds of your song that is just you sitting there, like, have that performance reel start with a really catchy line or a really relatable line or a line that really stands out. Batch film. It's as simple as it sounds, batch film. If you're doing performance stuff, pick 4 of your songs, get 4 different shirts or 4 different outfits, set your phone up here, boom, run through the song once. Turn the camera this way, change shirts, run the song again, run the song again, run the song again. Now you have 4 full length of the songs, and each one of those 4 can be broken down into 3 or 4 posts each. Now you have 9 to 15 posts. And it only took a couple extra seconds of filming. Don't do one performance reel and then chop that up. All right, that's 3 posts. And then tomorrow do the next one. Like, to optimize your time, you want to batch film. The behind the scenes. Film the whole day in the life behind the scenes, but one post in the studio recording. Another clip can be you next to the engineer listening to the song. Break these things up into multiple posts. If you're doing the Q&As, don't post a whole 3-minute Q&A. One post could be you responding to one question. If you're gonna do the Q&A, respond to the comment or the question, have it up here, and your whole video is, how did you come up with this song? 15 to 30 seconds answering that question. 4 questions, 4 posts. Now, as far as posting, I see a lot of people get caught up in like not wanting to post too much or like forget about that mindset. Like I had to break out of the mindset of posting too much. With Wavechange, we'll have days we'll have 5 to 10 posts go up in one day. The way the algorithms work now, going back to that, people just scroll, chances are a large percentage of your followers aren't even seeing your posts. So if you can get 5 posts out, you might only get 20% of people seeing each post. 20% might see this post, a different 20% might see this post, and like post more. Personally, I'd much rather have people get annoyed from seeing my stuff than not seeing my stuff at all. Start simple. If you don't know what to do, just start with this formula. Just start doing it. And we're here to help. If you want content made easy, contact Wavechange. We do content packs to help eliminate this. You don't need to think about ideas. You don't need to think about executing. You need to spend time creating this content. We do it for you. That's why we made content packs. All right, and finally, I want you guys to comment your biggest struggle as far as being an artist or making content. Like, if you listened to all of this and you still had an excuse or a reason why you can't make content, please just put it in the comments so I can try to give you a solution or some way to fix that in the next video. I'm excited to see the content you make, and if you do follow this plan and make content, please tag Wavechange so I can see the content you generated. I'm excited to see everything people create. All right, guys, stay creative.